Hello everybody, Andrew's here. Today's video I will unbox BB-58 BeyLaunchers Suspension. I got this from BeysAndBricks.com. The one of trusted e-commerce alike websites that can sell Takara Tomy original Metal Saga and Burst Beys all over their places. It includes the Portal Zero that sells not just a separated BOO Long BeyLauncher, not even Chelsea Achilles, not Master Diabolos, but all Takara Tomy Metal Saga and Burst Saga based all over the website, just all over the website. Unlike the Portal Zero, BeysAndBricks.com has multiple categories that includes these similar tabs like Metal Fight Beyblades and, of course, Burst Beyblades. If you want to select one of the tabs or two tabs one by one to look for Beyblades, whatever you want to purchase, it has the couple or several check marks that has a couple saying one is a Takara Tomy and one is a Hasbro. Then you can feel free and check the boxes like Takara Tomy and Hasbro. So you would have to be careful and stay away from the counterfeit Beyblades in theirs. If you would like to have a Takara Tomy and or Hasbro Metal Fight and Burst Beys at the same time, while you're at like Metal Fight and Burst categories one by one, please you can feel free to check mark these boxes like Takara Tomy and Hasbro to features these results or whatever you like. And I highly recommend against checking the box that says on the brand that while you're at either Metal Fight or Burst categories, because on the brand it may be cheaper, but it is not that good as these components are like different sizes compared to Takara Tomy and Hasbro components. When you could make Beyblade tops consisting of the mixture between unbranded and authentic Beys, unbranded components might damage a bit out of authentic components, and that is probably not that right. And you probably don't want to purchase the Takara Tomy replacement, but what's cheapest and you can call what would be the best if you made damage Hasbro components? You can call the Hasbro the company by phone. That would be so nicer of having the replacement without charge, which is really nice as free. No charge. That is about my discussion about BeysAndBricks.com website, then you can please feel free to purchase Takara Tomy and Hasbro Beys, whatever you want. And I also put the link in right here. And also, I would like to say I was wrong about the cheaper prices about BB-81 BeyLauncher rubber that costs $20 in FigureSale.com e-commerce website. Not only that, Toy Wizard can have at least 3 copies out of the same product, that is a BB-81 launcher rubber, not launcher grip rubber, that you and I could purchase one of these copies. And I don't think the ToyWiz.com would restock BB-81 launcher rubbers, since the same item would not exist. Even though we could reach the last season of the Burst Generation TV series. Burst Generation equals to the Beyblade Burst TV series. That is what I say. I don't know if a Toy Wiz could restock BB-81 launcher rubber after this. We may get one of our 3 copies from the launcher rubber. And that's my impression from the ToyWiz.com. And right here, there's a package in which not just me, but you guys can help use this video to figure out how to use BeyLauncher suspension, especially what is showing on the front view of a package next to Storm Pegasus 105 RF. It has instructions that you may see through the clear package. I mean, the clear bag that has a suspension on it. And you can flip the bag to see the clear instructions that I made use to figure it out. And so do you guys and gals. And here's on the back, it has the warning that it may have a choking hazard that is not suitable for children under 3 because of any presence of small part / small ball. Remove or dispose of the packaging, including the poly bags, safely before giving it to children. Be careful of a potential entanglement hazard with neck, hair, or fingers if there are string, wire, wheels, or rolling parts in the products. Do not shoot towards human body if the product consists of shooting function. Do not give the toy to children under target age. Let children play under parental supervision, and please retain above information for future references. That's what's in many limited saying about this item. If you're like a rental the people that speaks Japanese, please feel free and take a screenshot out of this video. Now I'm going to unbox by simply taking this staple out. And here we got suspension for BeyLauncher. This is a suspension BeyLauncher that has a clip that you can lift it up and pull. Pretty much easy. When it comes to the cap, the hole is what I talk about with the shade that kind of the top view with the top that has the halfway shade that kind of looks like half part of a face bolt. That's the ones that come to the shape as it has a guano, but with a hole it has a ellipsis with its edge to be bent down. And for the other part to be the flatten out. It has the cap that you can tap, which is made of a plastic, and the side of this cap that has the gap that you can use to fit your BeyLauncher handle using the string material because of the gap. And both sides it has the two ellipsis openings that you can hold on to it. And this is the top part of the suspension. Like this. It has the compartment part with a gap that you may use the handle to insert and make sure it aligns correctly. It has a part because of the cap that has a hole on it that you can lift it down. And if you want to open, as I showed you earlier, just lift it one. Like that. And that side is kind of looks like that. This kind of looks like the back halfway part of any card or whatever you want to see, especially from the NASCAR events that you want to attend when you have time. And for the cylinder parts to haul out, leaving the side to have a cylinder part with two rectangular fit-ins. Center with the spring that has numbers and made in China and a plain nail on its back. It has two arms with hollow parts that upside down a smaller ellipses is like making like traditional to the larger one, larger and taller one. It has a reinforcement, the reinforcement that the users see, like 5 blocks are like thingies made of plastic. It has a 5 different size of ellipses next to the what it looks like that horn of the animal bow. And that handle is kind of reminds me of a G02 Glue. Pretty much it looks like it. And also you can use a BeyLauncher from Takara Tomy only, not a Hasbro, because of a longer neck. Make it easier for your Takara Tomy BeyLauncher to fit in the halfway compartment of suspension grip on your own. Now just pull the handle and make sure it goes through the compartment, and you can pull a little bit until it falls right under the suspension. Then you can use the gap pretty much like that. And also you can use the clip aligned with the string, and voila, you can get suspension grip attached with your only Takara Tomy Metal Fight BeyLauncher. When you leave it down, your handle may go little off balance, but you don't need to worry about breaking any components from your string launcher handle from Takara Tomy. And that's really pretty much it. The reason why Takara Tomy suspension may not be compatible with Hasbro string launcher because of a longer neck. As you can see, your Hasbro string launcher has a longer neck that is not compatible with Takara Tomy suspension. If you pull the handle and insert it to see what is possible, what is not good enough, that is because of longer neck, even with a broken handle. And it doesn't fit really straight that good with a longer neck since it was distributed by Hasbro. And it did not align very so good with the Hasbro longer neck string launcher, so you can't fit in very so well, and you might lose the cap, and that's it. So that's how I say Hasbro string launcher, no. And the Takara Tomy BeyLauncher, yes. That means you can use BeyLauncher suspension for your Takara Tomy BeyLauncher. Not Hasbro one because of a longer neck. Longer neck akin to the long neck of sauropods. And don't forget it has a spring shot that you don't have to cry, whine, or worry about breaking the handle of your Takara Tomy Metal Fight BeyLauncher. And also, you can do the same thing to your own BeyLauncher Ls. That includes my BeyLauncher L with lightning L-Drago tattoo on it. This is what it looks like with a smaller neck than that of Hasbro, which is not compatible with suspension, period. So you can undo this by lifting clip up and remove the cap. And not to mention, you can use the handle to like that align and make sure the string doesn't attach with the gap. And for the handle, you can remove and make sure like this and slide the handle. And voila! So this true that I say Takara Tomy right and left BeyLaunchers, yes. And for Hasbro string launcher is no because of the neck. And oh wait, I almost forgot to attach with the handle from Rev-Up launcher. I almost forgot to see if Rev-Up launcher has a longer neck on its handle. So yes, right here I have a Rev-Up launcher that has a longer neck. So it's not compatible with suspension. Yes, this is because of a longer neck. So Hasbro regular string and Rev-Up launcher are not compatible with Takara Tomy suspension. And also, you can do the same thing to BeyLauncher L because of the short neck. Short neck. And there you have it. And make sure you align with the middle part of the handle. So great inside the compartment of the suspension. Use a string to align with a gap and make it one time snap. So this is what the suspension looks like on the handle of BeyLauncher L with Lightning L-Drago tattoo. Now, as I test on the blue BeyLauncher that has a super glue and ribbon that say Joyeux Noel, and it did not go that very well. Oh yeah. So let's see what happens if I insert fixed blue handle with the ribbon alike and G02 glue. That is like it did not fit in. It did not properly fit in. That's what I tested out before this scene, and it did not work. It did not work. I mean, it doesn't work. Unless you may purchase a brand new BeyLauncher because of the same model like these. But make sure it did not have a super glue or G02 glue, and not even a ribbon. Even a Takara Tomy BeyLauncher may have broken handle. It's still worth it that you don't have to worry about breaking another piece of handle. So for me, as you can see, insert the handle and make sure the handle goes under the suspension perfectly. And it's pretty much easy. Make sure you have the gap attached with a string. And attach the cap to make it one time snap and ready to go. So I'm going to use suspension on the grayish blue Takara Tomy BeyLauncher with what bay that I will have for test launch. Now I'll use Galaxy Pegasus W105R2F to give you two ways of test suspension launch. First way for me to use suspension is to let go of suspension. Watch what happens if I let go of suspension. 3, 2, 1, let it flip! See? As long you may pull suspension harder but let go of it quickly, you probably have no trouble for your speed and power on your Beyblade top. That is unless you may feel free to practice letting go of suspension. That may result in some loss of speed and power. Watch what happens again. No trouble? No trouble? Watch what happens again. If you let go of suspension recklessly, you may experience some loss of speed and power for your Beyblade top. And this is what happens. See, you may have no trouble of giving speed and power, even you may let go of suspension. But it would be awesomeness if we move on to the next part. That is not to let go of suspension. Three, 2, 1, let it rip! And really like it by pulling the suspension and not let it go rather than doing so, because it may give more speed and power. That is because of the spring shock. Nevertheless, you don't need to worry about breaking Takara Tomy handles out of its BeyLaunchers. Not even the BeyLaunchers L and not even BeyLaunchers LR. So that is going to be it for the 2 ways to use suspension to give test launch. First test battle between Lightning L-Drago 100 HF versus Galaxy Pegasus W105 R2F. First test battle representing letting go of suspension. And that's how I will do it, to see if a Galaxy Pegasus beat up Lightning L-Drago. Round 1 start. Pegasus, let it rip. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Let's have an instant replay. Let it rip! So Lightning L-Drago takes 1 point. Round 2 start. Pegasus, let it trip. And it's probably like the L-Drago. Taking another point. Round 3, start! Pegasus, let it trip. And we have the winner. Lightning L-Drago 100 HF. Second test battle between Meteor L-Drago LW105LF versus Rock Leon 145 WB. And the second test battle is where I won't let go of my suspension. Round 1, start! L-Drago, let it rip! Knockout finish. Meteor gets 1 point. Round 2, start! L-Drago, let it trip! 1-1. Round 3, start! L-Drago, let it trip! Such decent hits. And for Meteor L-Drago, may steal spin from Rock Leons. And it uses the center to do so. And 2-1. Meteor L-Drago takes the win. Round 4, start! L-Drago, let it trip! The winner is Meteor L-Drago LW105LF. Third and final test battle between Takara Tomy Samurai Pegasus W105R2F versus Hasbro Beyblade Legends Hades Curveback BD145DS. Hades Curveback says I have to let go of my suspension to see whether it might decrease some of speed and power. And for Samurai Pegasus, it says that I may not let go so I can have more power and even more speed for Samurai Pegasus to outlast Hades Curbacks. Round 1, start! Samurai Pegasus, let it trip! Hades Curbacks gets 1 point, and Samurai Pegasus has none. Round 2, start! Samurai Pegasus, let it trip! One. Round 3, start! Samurai Pegasus, let it trip! and Samurai Pegasus loses. Kerbex gets to the point. Round 4 start. Samurai Pegasus let it trip. Wow! Knockout! Winner! Hades Kerbex BD-145DS. Yes, Hades Kerbex BD-145DS. And for me, yikes, that's too bright. And for my conclusion is, suspension grip is a must-have. Much like BB-81 launcher rubber, I highly recommend buying suspension and launcher rubber, whose code numbers are BB-58 and BB-81, because they are must-have, so you don't have to cry, whine, or worry about breaking any handles out of Takara Tomy Metal Fight BeyLauncher. Not even the L ones. Although the BeyLauncher L may have the perfect control and do not let components from flying away. Unfortunately, the only one downside that right rotation BeyLauncher from Metal Fight TV series has is that the barrel became too loose. Barrel part may be too loose in the middle part of a handle from right rotation BeyLauncher that it can fly away if you made a push the handle way too much hard to get the potential and beyond. Speed and power, whatever you like it or not, which is not a big of a deal as a WBO tournament accepts broken handles, even the missing parts from the BeyLauncher's handle, especially for the middle part when it comes to the right rotation ones. So the suspension and also launcher rubber are the must-have equipment that you do not have to worry about losing anything from BeyLauncher's handles on your own. And for suspension, I still got a lot of ways to use a handle with a special force, but without letting go of the suspension, because letting go of the suspension may have sometimes it may have no trouble, as you may let go of a handle as long as you have a special force, more like pressure on it. And sometimes that you may let go of the suspension recklessly, it might decrease some of speed and power. So I highly recommend not letting go of a suspension, so you may have more power, just a little bit more than ever. And also for me, I still got lots of ways to use a suspension without letting go of it. And it's really so awesome, the equipment, but for the downside, Suspension may not be that good, very that much, as Beyblade Geek says in their video. When you attach your BeyLaunchers handles, it might slow like off balance compared to the without that. It is compared to the without that, or with alternative like a launcher rubber. But you can use a rubber band for fun, but you can't use it in the tournaments. That would be the cheapest way to get in the suspension and the launcher rubber. As long as you made like a purchase a suspension in the cheaper price from BeysAndBricks.com, you come to the right place. Otherwise, you may feel free to find a little bit expensive much from not just a figuresale.com, but eBay. And that's all. Before I wrap up this video, I almost forgot to put my suspension on my weight gram scale. We have a cap part of the suspension that is about 2.8 grams. And for the longer part is 9.8 grams. And when you combine two pieces, you can get 12.5 grams. And that is it about this video, in which I can thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it, because if so, please feel free to give me the likes, post a comment, and subscribe/follow my channel. I don't really mind if I get dislikes in this video, so that's probably no big deal. Not only that, please feel free to give some support to Figure Sale, Toy Wiz, the Portal Zero, and BeysAndBricks. Speaking of the figure sale, it has at least one copy of BB-81 launcher rubber, so you may feel free to go ahead and order it. At least it has the free shippings on it. And also, please feel free to look for Takara Tomy Beyblades in the lower prices, whatever you want. Same goes with a metal face bolt, in which I am not only one who may get these metal face bolts, and you guys and girls can feel free to do the same as I do. And don't forget about another option that is about Toy Wiz, which has 3 copies of BB-81 launcher rubber that you and I can purchase each one of them. That is because Toy Wiz may have 3 copies of a launcher rubber as the last ones. Still, we probably have no clue when they restock BB-81 launcher rubbers because they have the other toys coming out all over these months this year, and there will be more even if you want to be the good collectors. And when it comes to the Portal Zero, it has most of the burst and metal 5/metal fusion base. They are in which the original ones in Japan before being distributed by Hasbro throughout international countries outside the Asia. And last but not least, BeysAndBricks, in which you can please feel free to give him the support, because we have gone over with the categories that you can select one by one. They are individual Beyblades, Metal Saga Beys / Metal Fusion Beys, and Burst Generation Beys. When you click the one of the tabs that can indicate individual Metal Fusion and Burst Generations, you can just simply click the boxes indicating authentic ones like Takara Tomy and Hasbro. After clicking the categories like official, Metal Saga, and Burst Saga. Not only that, it has the upper categories indicating the same thing what checkboxes are having. They are Hasbro and Takara Tomy. That's it about the good examples about giving the 4 Beyblades e-commerce sites. That is all about 4 e-commerce websites. Otherwise, see you in the next videos about Beyblade. Have a nice time, and do not forget to go shoot. And I out of here until the next video. Especially for those I have from the last year originally. And there will be more on-time original videos of my own indicating Beyblade. And there will be more present Beyblade videos that I would like to record. Peace out.